friends, welcome to the Inspired Knitting Podcast. I'm your host, Bobby, and I am coming to you from Strait Shores, New Brunswick, Canada. Today is Friday, June the 5th, 2026, and you're watching episode 151. Welcome. This is a podcast where I share with you my knitting adventures, my crocheting adventures, and you guys, I have spinning today. Not a lot, but I have spinning today. And yeah, just lots of fibery fun. So if that's your jam, then I hope you enjoy. To all my returning viewers, welcome back. And to anybody that is new, thank you for giving my podcast a shot and your support. So I greatly enjoy seeing all your comments, and yeah, it's just amazing. It still blows my mind after all this time that I have so much love in this community, and it's a wonderful community. I think the knitting, crocheting, crafting community out there is just amazing. So I am so happy to be part of it all. I'm going to start off by announcing just a little bit of admin. I always say this, but just in case you are new, I put detailed show notes in the description box below. There is a more button that you can click a few times, and I link you directly to any patterns, designers that I talk about, or any makers. So that is all listed for you down below. You can also find links to where you can find me on the internet. I am most active as Inspired Knitting Podcast on Instagram, and you can find me on Ravelry as X Country Girl 1986X. So there you go. That's all the admin for today. Let's just jump right into it. So grab your beverage of choice and your craft of choice, and we will just jump right into it. So I have my second coffee of the day in my beautiful Summer Sock Camp mug 2026. I got the black one. Oh no, it's got like a little, oh well, that's okay. Blemish on it, but that's okay. This is my Summer Sock Camp mug. I got the black one. You can get a white one, or you can get a white one with a heart handle on it, which I think is just amazing. And it goes with Kay's new sock pattern, which if you can see the sock on there, there's a bit of a glare. And now it's going to blow out. There we go. That is her new sock pattern that she released at the start of Summer Sock Camp on May 25th. So that is out. I showed my version of it on the last podcast. I have not worked on them this week. But it's a really amazing color work pattern. So do go check out Kay's website and, or her YouTube channel, her Instagram, her Ravelry, all the places. She has Crazy Sock Lady Designs, and she has some amazing designs, and she's running I think it's a 15% off sale on all her patterns right now. And her little ones pattern, which I am so stoked about, you will see that in works in progress. She just released that. So the little ones, if you're not familiar, is baby size socks, toddler size, all the way up to child size. There's several sizes in the pattern, and it's all for your little ones. So I am super stoked about that. So do go check that out. It's not expensive at all, guys. I think I paid $3.50 Canadian for the little pattern, and I don't think that was a discount. Maybe there was a discount on it. I'm not sure. But that's mind-blowing that there's so many sizes in the pattern, and the pattern was so cheap. So do go check out Kayla's Ravelry and check out her sale right now, because she's pretty amazing. I know I talk about her a lot, but I really love her work. So yeah, I'm gonna get a drink of coffee. So good. Just regular coffee, nothing fancy about it. It's just how I like it. So today I'm going to start off the podcast by doing my grams in and my grams out. So if that's not your thing, you can just skip ahead a little bit into works in or finished objects. I have finished objects and works in progress today. But I'm just going to go over my stats really quickly. So for this year I'm going to try to track my grams in and my grams out. So far, so good. I'm still keeping on track with everything that I'm making and bringing in, so that's awesome. So I just got this like little planner from the dollar store, and it has like all your days in it, and I just mark what it is that I made and how many grams out, or if I bought yarn, how many grams came in on that day. And then at the end of the month, I just go back and I just tally up, I just tally up how many grams went out of my stash, and then I tally up how many grams came in. And then also what I'm doing is, because I tend to do a lot of socks and a lot of toys, I'm also making a tally of those as well. It's just something fun that I didn't start that off at the beginning of the year, but I might actually go back and just add that in there on the last page, because you get like an empty page here at the end of the month, so you can like write notes and that in it. So I think it's just a fun way to kind of see in that month what I did. So yeah, this month, for the month of May, I did 3,307 grams out of my stash. What? That's insane. I love it. I had 2,450 grams come in, but I am 875 to the good. That's awesome, guys. I don't think I've had a month yet where I've been to the plus, and that is pretty awesome. So I will take that. I will take that for sure. So that's great. I did 2 pairs of socks. Not so great. I love making my socks, so it's kind of sad that I only finished 2 pairs. I did a hand cranked hand knit pair and a cranked pair of socks. And then the toys, guys, I did a double count of this to make sure that I was right, and I was. I made 59 toys this month. Like in May, not this month. We're in June already. 59. 59. That is mind-blowing. I can't even phantom it. But in a way I can, because I've been going crazy with the toys, just to keep up with my table at the market. And also I have a show coming up in July. So I'm kind of like overdoing the toys a little bit. I don't think there's such a thing as overdoing them at this point, but yeah, that's kind of insane. And it's not done yet, because I still have more toys to make. And I think I spoke about this on the last episode. I got an order for 25 turtles. So there's going to be a lot of turtles in my future, and I actually will go right into finished objects. I only have 1 crochet thing this week, guys, and if you've been watching for the last couple weeks, it's all dominant when it comes to crocheting. Well, this week I only got 1 crochet thing to share with you guys, and it's a turtle. So these are the little gaffers that I have to make for the order. And the lady requested that they all be this color with the yellow star. And it is for a family reunion for the, they're Acadians. So they wanted the Acadian style colors. So I just came up with this colorway, and she loved it. She just wanted the brighter yellow, because if you look at the Acadian flag, it's a brighter yellow. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do for her. So I've already started on that order. I have till August to finish them, but I'm going to try to get them out as quickly as I can. They don't take that long to do, but doing the same pattern over and over, especially in the same colors over and over, it tends to be a bit much. So I'm just trying to create a goal of doing maybe 2 a day, and that way it spans it out a little bit and I don't get so overwhelmed by it. But yeah, they're going to be super cute. This is the 2-in-1 plush turtle by Planet PIU. I will have it linked below. This is a paid for pattern that you can purchase off of amigurumi.com. And yeah, it's one of my favorite turtle patterns. I do have another turtle pattern that I picked up. I just have yet to try it. The construction of it is a little different, but it still looks like it's going to be a good pattern. This one is a low sew pattern. So when I say low sew, you I'll just grab it back here. You're crocheting in these parts. So you're going to do your head, you're going to do your legs and your tail first, and then you're crocheting them into the body of the turtle. When I say it's a low sew pattern, the pattern does not come with this star. This star, I just looked on YouTube for a mini star, crocheted star, and I just did one that I liked. So that's where that come from. So it's a free pattern that you just, like I said, look up on YouTube for a mini star. But the turtle comes with a flower, and you do have to crochet that flower, or not crochet, you have to sew that flower onto the body of the turtle. So the turtle itself is a no-sew pattern. The only thing that you have to sew is the flower if you choose to do the flower. Another modification that I like to do, when you finish off the turtle, you're at the bottom of the body, I leave a long enough tail that I can come up through the body and tack the head to the body, like to the shell. It keeps it up and it makes it look super cute. There is a short-necked version and a long-necked version to the pattern. I always do the long-necked version just because I think it's adorable. But I definitely like to tack it down, because if you don't, then it just flops and it doesn't look correct to me. But yeah, that's my little turtle. And the yarns are just Burnett. The white is, oh my gosh, it is Burnett. It's just that it's so old that it has a Zeller's sticker on it for $1.99. So it's pretty old. But this is Burnett Premium in the blue colorway, and then the red is Burnett Super Value in the berry colorway, and then the yellow is Red Heart Super Saver in bright yellow. I think I actually got that right. Amazing. I'm gonna be well acquainted to these colors. Okay, so that's it for crochet. I'm gonna get another sip of coffee. And now, on to the knitting. So I did finish a pair of socks this week. I told you guys last episode, I believe, that I was taking a week off from the market, and I'm so glad that I did. The day didn't turn out to be quite so bad. So it was supposed to be cool and it was supposed to be raining, and I was like, there's no way that I am sitting outside in that. And it actually didn't turn out to be too bad of a day. However, I'm glad that I still took the time off, and this past week I have been able to, besides the turtles, I haven't made any toys. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to take a vacation. I am going to relax and do what I really want to do, which is my knitting. So I really concentrated on socks because it's summer sock camp. And I also worked a little bit on my shawl, one of my shawls. And it was so nice. But at the end of like the week, like now that we're already Friday, I was just like, wow, I actually didn't get as much done as I thought I would. I kind of just been chilling out, relaxing, and I have been knitting, but it just doesn't feel like like I had a lot to show for, but that's okay. I still have some stuff. So one of the things that I picked up to finish was a scrappy pair of socks because they have been lingering for a little bit. And you will remember them. They were a works in progress for a while. So this is a Magic Knot Ball pair that I've done. I've done one pair before and they're holding up really, really well. And yeah, only one knot came undone. And this is the second attempt at it because my friend wants another pair. So I was like, okay. And he even helped me like divide up the yarn. The first pair was not matching at all. This pair is. So he helped me like divide up the yarn. I used one yarn for the cuff and then I started into the magic ball. So I'm roughly using 4 grams of yarn per stripe. Next time I would do less than that just so they're not so chunky. But yeah, that's how they turned out. And I still don't know how I got blue on this toe and not on that one. But that's okay. They turned out really well. And I absolutely love them. The yarns, I could not tell you what they are. I know this is Nova Knits from Nova Scotia. Some of these are probably Polka Dot Creek. This one is Polka Dot Creek for sure. This is one of her Tim Horton themed colorways. It was called Double Double. This one here is the Northern Pearl. And this one actually has silver stellina in it, but I don't think you guys can actually see that. But they turned out really, really well, and I love them. So I got those off. This is pair 13 for 2026, and I almost dropped them on the floor. But this is pair 13, and in case you're following, you're like, Bobby, you've done more socks than that. Yes, I have, but I count my hand knit socks and my crank socks separately. Crank socks, I think I'm up to number 16 for the year, but this is pair 13 for hand knit. So yeah, stats about them, it is fingering weight, 2mm Chagu Magic Loop. I do 2x2 ribbing for 20 rows. I cast on 64 stitches. When I finish the cuff, I decrease down to 56 because I find that fits my leg better, or my foot, and same goes for my friend. It fits him really well. So that's what I do. I do 64 stitches in the cuff to give it more stretch, and then I decrease down to 56 because with my gauge, if I continue with a 64 stitch count, it's just going to be too loose, and I want that negative ease. Slip stitch, heel flap, and gusset. And yeah, not much else to say about them, I don't think. So there's the first pair. And then I have a half finished object. And this one should be coming out relatively soon. I should have checked before I started to podcast, but I did not. Julie of Twin Stitches Designs is doing a test knit right now. It wraps up today, and it is for this beautiful sock. Now, I think I know what the name of the pattern is, but I'm going to wait till next episode before I say it, just in case I am not correct in it. But I believe it has a name now, and it's wrapping up, so the pattern should be available. It could even be available this weekend sometime. So just keep an eye on Julie's Instagram, Twin Stitches Designs, and you can see all the details over there. So without further ado, here is my sock. So this is the test knit that I did for Julie. It is a fingering weight sock, and it's got this beautiful, beautiful texture on it. And I absolutely love this pattern. It is highly addictive. It is a 2-row repeat, and you do not have to keep looking at your pattern to do it. And it is just lovely. So I already did this sock before. You would have seen it on a previous episode. When I started the pattern, there was a mistake in the pattern and I didn't catch it right away. I was just like zoned into the pattern and I was like, let's just gung-ho and let's get this done. And I was like, oops, I was supposed to do the texture all the way around. That was bad test knitter on my part, but that's okay. The texture is supposed to be all the way around the leg of the sock. So I finished that first sock off, not the whole pair, just sock number 1. And then I was like, okay, I need to cast on a new pair of socks. That way I can do the texture all the way around. And that's what I did here. This is Ancient Arts yarn on their Socknado base, which is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon base in the Saponi colorway. And I absolutely love this yarn. It is so soft, so squishy, so beautiful. I kind of hoard my Ancient Arts yarn, and I'm not sure why I do that, but yeah, it's a beautiful sock. Like I said, go check out Julie's Instagram page, and like I said, this sock is coming out very, very soon. It is written for cuff down or toe up. I did cuff down because I'm a cuff down girl. You can do toe up. The only modification that I did to the pattern, there is 2 types of heels in the pattern, but they're short row heels. I do not like short row heels. I do not like knitting them, and I don't like wearing them either. They just do not fit me well. And they don't fit my friend well either, so I just don't bother. I prefer a heel flap and gusset. So that's the only modification that I did to the pattern. I think the heel, I don't think the heel matters. You can do any heel that you want on a sock. You just incorporate it in. So I just did the heel flap and gusset on mine. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning. I'll do one more close up for you. So pretty. There we go. So there's my half finished object. And this is going to now go over into works in progress. So I have the second sock already started. Not much to report on it, but I got the cuff started. So I'll be working on that. The test knit only required you to finish 1 sock, which I'm very grateful. But yeah, I would like to get the second sock done on that. And then once I get this pair finished, then I'm going to go back to the first one that I started with the texture just on the front of the sock and finish that sock off because that one is really pretty as well. So that is the next thing on my list after I get this one done. So there is that. More coffee because I just feel like I need the coffee today. So good. Okay. How about we continue with socks? Let's continue with socks. Okay, so I kind of briefly spoke earlier about Kay, Crazy Sock Lady, coming out with the Little Ones pattern, and I decided that I was going to cast it on right away. I wanted a vanilla sock, and I also need some gifts for one of my friends. She's going to be a mom very, very shortly. And I wanted to make some socks for her daughter. And I also want to make some for the new baby. So I decided that I wanted to do them in the same colorways. And I had used this yarn earlier in the year. This is Area 51 fibers. It is a self-striping. It is never not rainbowing. And I had cranked it up and it was so beautiful. And I thought, I think that's the colorway that I would like to use for the baby gifts. So I decided, I looked at the pattern and Kayla's pattern for the little ones. And like I said, it goes from baby all the way up to a child size. And the child size is ranged from years 7 to 9. So I decided to cast on the biggest size in the pattern because her daughter is, I think she's going to be 7 next year. But I decided rather than doing the 5 to 6 year pattern, I would do one size bigger, just so that she could, if they are a little bit big now for her, then she can grow into them and be able to wear them for a little bit longer. So that's what I'm doing here. So this is how the yarn works up. Isn't that pretty? So perfect for a child, I think. And sensing from the way I see her daughter dressing, I think she might just really like these, I think. Or at least I hope. I really like these. These are fun. So I got this one started. This is still the first sock. And like I said, I'm doing the biggest size in the little one's pattern, which is years 7 to 9. So I just am following pattern. I did exactly what the pattern called for the cuff. It is a paid for pattern, so I don't want to say what I did, but it's just a plain vanilla sock. I'm knitting them on my 2mm chagoos because that's my gauge for fingering weight yarn. And yeah, I absolutely love this. It is nice. So now I believe I have to check the measurements for the leg. I think that I have the leg already done, but I will have to measure and check first. But that is sock number 1, so I have been working on that. And I kind of have to put that one priority, kind of, now that the test knit is done. I kind of want to put that sock on priority because I need to have the gifts done relatively soon. So I think that sock's going to be priority, and then I can do the baby socks. I do have 2 skeins of it. So Area 51 fibers, her sock base comes in 50 grams per skein. So I got 100 grams total. That should be more than enough to do the child size plus baby size. And if I have enough left over, and I still do have scraps left over from my original ball that I bought, so I might actually do baby size, and then I think there's a 3-month size as like the next size up from baby. I might actually do that for baby, just so baby can have a couple different options for sizes. So I am going to be doing that. So that is the Little Ones pattern by Kayla Litton of Crazy Sock Lady Designs. Okay, so one of my goals for Summer Sock Camp 2026 is to work on works in progress. So obviously, as you can tell, I've casted on new socks, which is inevitable, but I also want to work on socks that I already have going, and I have a couple of them going right now. And this one, I'm going to say this one is my oldest one, if I can remember. So I don't have any tags with me, but I do know what the yarn is. So, whoop, it is this gorgeous yarn here. This is Yarnable, and it was Neon Graffiti. Isn't that just stunning? Oh, it's so pretty. I absolutely love it. Don't ask me why I put this sock down, because Yarnable, I got it on their Plush sock base. It is so squishy and so soft. It is amazing to work with. And this colorway, it just is, it's so me. These are my colors. I love the bright neon colors. I used to like the dark, moody colors, still do. If I wear something, a garment or a shawl, it's got to be dark and moody. But when it comes to socks anyway, I like the bright ones, and oh my god, this sock is amazing. So I picked this sock up. This is still sock number 1, but I picked this out of the whip pile. And this here is, oh goodness, I'm not even going to say it now because I think I would be wrong, but it's a yarn dyer from Ontario. I do know that. She's quite popular, but she does like the bright neons. Oh, I want to say it, but I don't because I might be leading you guys on to somebody that is not correct. So I will try to be a better podcaster next time and have the correct info. As a matter of fact, I have to find the ball of yarn that I have for this colorway because when I pulled the sock out, I'm going to look back in the original project bag again because this one's just sitting out on our kitchen table right now, my workshop. Our poor kitchen table, guys, it's a mess. But all that to say, I took it out of its project bag and to put another sock whip in. So I have to look back in that project bag to see if I can find the mini. It wasn't a mini, it was a full 100 gram skein, but I have to look to see if I can find it. If I can't, then I'm just going to pull another color, maybe the pink, hot pink or something. It's only going to be used for the heel flap. If I could find the green, it'd be cool to do the toe in it as well, but it is what it is. So if I can't find the green, then I'll probably use hot pink or blue or something. Like I'll just pull a color from the sock. But this is what I have so far. I got the gusset already decreased, so I'm now onto the foot. Yeah, no pattern, just my regular recipe, 2x2 ribbing for 20 rows, 50 row leg, heel flap and gusset, nothing fancy. So yeah, and here's another close-up of the yarn. It's just so pretty. I love Yarnable. Yarnable, if you are not familiar, is a yarn subscription. You can now get a no frills option of Yarnable. So what that means is that you can just get the yarn. So Yarnable usually they do like little knickknacks, I'm gonna call them. So sometimes you would get stitch markers, or you would get 3 little items with it. So sometimes there would be like a packet of muffin mix or hot chocolate, or once we got wildflower seeds, and oh my god, I enjoyed that so much. I planted them in my garden and they flourished so beautifully. I need to get some wildflowers for my garden this year. Off topic. But anyways, you can get little things like that with your yarn. You can also get 2 skeins of fingering weight, or a sock set, or I think you can get up to 3 skeins of yarn. You can do fingering weight or DK. There's so many options to Yarnable. Only thing is, it's quite popular, so it's not always open. So if it's not open, currently open, you can put your email address in and you will get an email when they do open up to new subscribers. It is a beautiful service. I got it for quite a while and I absolutely loved it. Only reason I'm not doing it now, and I'm just being honest, it's not exactly budget friendly for me right now. And I kind of chose that if I was going to buy yarn, I was going to try to buy it locally. Yarnable is from the States, and with the currency conversion and all that, I think it comes like with shipping, it's like $56 just for 1 skein of yarn. No. So it's just one of those things that you have to decipher yourself and figure out if it's worth. I absolutely love the yarn. I love the colorways. Crazy Sock Lady gets Yarnable every month and I see the colors and I'm just like so envious. But again, it's just one of those things where I'm like, it's not really within my budget anyways. I can buy locally a lot cheaper. So it's just one of those things, guys. But it is a wonderful service. I absolutely love it, and I do recommend that you go check it out anyways. Um, the base is absolutely beautiful. Love the plush sock base. Okay, so that's, oh, no, that's not it for knitting. I was about to say that's it for works in progress. No, it's not. More coffee, apparently. Okay, I have one more thing. I have it in one of my bags that I made. Very fitting for spring. So, I showed this on the last episode. I decided to do a shawl for my Patreon minis from a homespun house, and I actually was able to put some more work on it this week. So the first set of minis, I didn't start them off in January, which I'm kind of sad about. I spoke about that last time. I won't go on about it again. But so I have I'm starting with February's. I have March's and I have May's colors here already. And I decided that I wanted to put them into a shawl, obviously. And I went with the Grand Opening Shawl by Stephanie Lotven, who is Telly Bean Knits, I believe. And yeah, it's coming along quite well. It's going to look a bit strange, but I will explain. So here's the shawl so far. And it is on a piece of scrap yarn, as you can see, so you're not going to get the full version, stretched out version of it, but here it is, and I'm going to bring it up closer so you can see that pretty lace. So the shawl is done in sections, and each section has a new texture, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to cast this shawl on, because I just love that. I just love having different sections of a different texture. It just makes it more fun and more interesting, and it just makes you want to get through your current section to get to the next one. So I spoke about it last time, but I'll just go over it quickly. Again, I had done the little leftovers cowl by Stephanie, and I really enjoyed that one. And it's the same concept. You kind of use your Advent minis to do the cowl or this shawl. So I figured my homespun house minis would be perfect. The only thing, and I did make a decision, guys, and I guess you can kind of see it. It's bugging me a bit, but I'm not ripping back. Each section that you do, you're supposed to be changing color. Now, the pattern calls for Advent minis that are 20 grams each. My Homespun House Patreon minis are 10 grams each, and I want to use up all 10 grams. So I was able to get through the first section, section 2, section 3, which is some garter, and into section 4, which is this lace. And then you can see where I added in the second color. You get three minis, 10 gram minis if you're a Patreon and of that level. And you can see how the blue started into the lace there. The lace should have all been done in one color. This garter should have been done in all one color. You're supposed to be cutting your yarn as you go. I couldn't cut my yarn, guys. I could have, obviously, but I did not want to. I have wanted a homespun house yarn for so long, and I didn't want this yarn, even just a little bit of it, just to be sitting there. I wanted to use every little bit of yarn that I could, and I did. So when I ran out, I just added the blue in. And when I ran out of the blue, I added the green in. And that's what I'm going to do. So does it bug me a little bit? Yeah, that kind of bugs me a little bit, that the lace is pretty much all this first color and then it starts into the blue. But I'm not going to notice it that much while I'm wearing it. So yeah. And you can see down here that this section here was in blue and then it bit into the green. I'm not going to let that bother me. And as this shawl gets bigger, I'm sure that 10 grams is not going to get me through a section. I doubt it. So a little bit about the construction of the shawl. It is a triangle shaped shawl, but it's a really unique construction to me. And I've done shawls before, but we started working at the top here and we were working down like a traditional triangle shawl, but then we put half of our stitches on hold and now we're just working this way. So I don't know how far we're going to go this way and when we're going to join back up, but if you look at the finished product, it's really pretty and it's very unique how it goes. So I am pretty excited. So this is all of February's Patreon minis. And I just have this much left. And I was watching Molly's vlog, daily vlog on Patreon the other day, and she was actually using this as a pop of color in one of her socks. And I learned something very cool. It's called Marjorie, this colorway, and it's actually her grandma Sue. And I thought that was so amazing. And so it just makes the shawl a little bit more special now that this colorway was named after her grandma Sue. So I like that. So I have a little bit of that one left. And then, I know I showed these last time, but I'm going to show them again just because they're so pretty. I've got March's colors, which I'm very excited. These ones are Market Grape Soda and Whale Belly. That's what these ones are called. And then these are April's Patreon minis, Antique Ballerina and Sweetgrass. And if I can remember correctly, when Molly was doing her vlog the other day, she is actually, her pair of socks that she is knitting is these two colors. So she used Marjorie as a pop of color and she's using Sweetgrass as the main color. And oh my God, you guys, Sweetgrass looks like so beautiful. I want Molly's yarn so bad. But again, it's another one of those things. She is in Germany, so I'm worried about shipping, although I get my Patreon minis. It's a little slow incoming, but I get them. And it's just the price again. But I think one of these times I'm going to just have to bite the bullet and get a sock set from her because it's just so beautiful. I love Molly's work. She's a wonderful knitter, but she's a wonderful yarn dyer as well. Her colors are just amazing. So that's my grand opening shawl. Stephanie Lotven. I will have it linked below. Wonderful shawl pattern so far as well. I'm really enjoying that. And yeah, not much else to say about that. Patreon minis. I want to try to work in all my minis before the next ones come. So I'm waiting on May's to get here. But I would like to have March and April's put into the shawl. That way when the new ones come in, I can just automatically put them into the shawl and kind of keep up with it. So when they come every month, I'm just putting them into the shawl and they're not sitting somewhere. I want to use them and enjoy them. So that's my shawl. So I did work a bit on that. That's all I have for the knitting portion of the episode. So now I'll go on a little bit into my spinning. And there wasn't a lot of it, but I made a post on my Instagram. So if you follow me over there, you will will have seen that I brought out my spinning wheel. I love watching Rachel is Knitting. She is from Louisiana, and she is a blast. I love her. She does knitting tours, and she just got back from Scotland and the Shetland Islands. And then she did Ireland right after. So Ireland, Northern Ireland. And she does her tour recaps on her YouTube channel. So go check her out. Rachel is Knitting. And you can see her recaps for those trips that she just did, or those tours that she just did. And she recently, a couple days ago, just came out with a new episode of her podcast as well. So I do recommend you go check her out. She's another fabulous knitter, spinner. Yeah, she's great. I love her. But while watching her, I got inspired to bring out my spinning. I was just like, okay, I haven't spun in a long time, and I really want to. And I was like, this is a week of vacation. It is a week of relaxation. So guess what? I'm going to do what I want to do. And I did. So I pulled out my little spinning wheel. This is an e-spinner. I guess this is a question Rachel had too. Is it really a spinning wheel? It's an e-spinner, but it's still a spinning wheel. I call it a spinning wheel too. It is what it is. But this is the Electric Eel Nano by Dreaming Robots. I have this one, and then I have a bigger e-spinner that I got off of Amazon that has some jumbo flyers on it. And that one, I am looking at it right now. It's a beauty. I love it. I just haven't, I didn't gravitate towards that one first because I have a silk blend on it right now, a merino silk. And I'm not that great with silk. It tends to break a lot because I'm not accustomed to it. But all that to say, I want to get back to that spinning wheel as well. But what I did this week, I worked on this bobbin right here. This is some merino that I dyed up myself from Gobsmacked Yarns. Merritt had a dyeing class last fall for roving, and this is one of the colors that I dyed up. So I'm just doing some singles here. It took me a minute to get back into this, guys. I will be honest. It takes a minute, but it was really enjoyable once I got back into the rhythm of it, the flow of it. It was just so nice to do. So I will just show you my roving that I'm working with. So here's the braid. It's a little crumpled up because it's been in my spinning bag for a bit, but this is the idea of it. And yeah, so what I've decided to do, I'm going to do a 3-ply because I like a 3-ply. And I've started off with obviously the green and gold end of it. And I am just undoing the braid as I go. Like so. So I get a strand like this, and I just pluck it. Like that. And then I just spin from this. So normally what I do with my braids is I would take this braid, I would unbraid it fully, and I would pull it into sections. So I would start taking this, and I would start separating it into 3, and then I would spin that onto each bobbin. I'm just trying something different here because I always do the same thing over and over, and I want to do something different this time. So I'm trying this. I think however it works up, works up. I think it'll be pretty. So something that I am learning, I've been a spinner for a long time, but I've never been quite consistent with it. Knitting always gets in the way, or crocheting always gets in the way. I tend to do those more than I do my spinning, which is a little bit sad in one way because I really do enjoy spinning. So I'm not the greatest when it comes to figuring out, you have this beautiful braid of yarn. How do you separate it? How do you get a specific kind of look that you're going for with it? So I am getting ideas by watching Rachel's podcast, and I've noticed that she will take 2 4-ounce things of fiber and spin those up and then blend them together, and it creates such a beautiful skein of yarn. And I'm like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do that? So now that I have my bigger e-spinner with the jumbo flyer on it, I feel like I can explore a little bit more now. So for this one, I think that I'm just going to do this one and ply it up as a 3-ply, just this 4-ounce braid. Or I have a full box of fiber that is sitting there. I could also, and I almost just put that in my coffee, I might find something that I think goes with it well and try doing what Rachel is doing and put 2 together and seeing what comes from it. I don't know yet, guys. I honestly don't know. I'm just going to enjoy the process so far and see where it takes me and just go with it. So yeah, that's my spinning update, I suppose. Really nice. And now that I have pulled this off, it would be a shame just to put it back in the bag. So after this episode, I might actually go and spin for a while and watch some podcasts. I have a little bit of free time, so I think I might do that. But that is my spinning that I've done. Super exciting. So if I get anything done today with it, I might show it again next week. So fingers crossed. All right. So that's it for anything that I have actually worked on this week. Just going to do up my bag here. So now I'm going to go into stash acquisitions. I did make some yarn purchases. I feel like I've done really well this year when it comes to buying indie dyed yarn. Usually I go crazy with it. My cabinets back here, you guys, are stuffed. And I mean stuffed. If I open up these doors, yarn's gonna come flying out at you. Yeah, it's bad. Not bad, but it is bad. So anyways, does that stop me? No. I've been buying a lot of market yarn because I've needed to. So I've kind of been holding back on doing anything, buying any yarn that is indie dyed, just because I haven't been using what I do have and I want to use what I have. However, sometimes you see an update that you just cannot pass up. And of course, for me, that is Area 51 Fibers, because she is evil like that, and she posts things that I just cannot resist. So there will be some crinkling, I apologize. But I ended up purchasing, oh, I missed one. I ended up purchasing off of one of her latest updates. And I actually got some stitch stoppers this time, with yarn, of course. But I actually got some stitch stoppers. She's added quite a few new ones into her shop, and there's some new ones today, so which is Friday. Every Friday she does a shop update, and she's got some new ones in there. And all the ones that I'm about to show you, except for the first one here, she's got in stock. The rest of them she does not. So she has these ones still in stock as of right now, which are these cute little tacos. And if you're not familiar with a stitch stopper, they're just these cute little things that you put on the end of your needle tips so that your yarn doesn't fall off, which very handy. So I got these ones. And then I could not resist this. It is a hot dog and a carton of French fries. Like, come on. Couldn't resist that, especially with it being summer coming up. So in her shop right now, she does not have these ones, but she does have chicken nuggets in a container, and she has a pizza. So you would get the nuggets and the pizza in a set like this. And then these ones, oh my gosh, you guys, I absolutely love these ones. A little heart bookcase. I love that. I got to put these on something right away now that I've shown them. So I got that. So check her out. She's got some really cute ones in there right now. And then the yarn. I went with, she kind of did a little bit of a Halloween, some Halloween colorways in one of her updates. And I got Stitches and Witches. It's a very beautiful rainbow. Area 51 fibers. And this is on her Fancy Smanchy Alien base, which is her DK base. So it's a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 245 yards per 100 grams. So there's the first one. And then I got on her fingering weight base, which is her sturdy alien base, which is an 80/20 superwash merino nylon, 213 yards per 50 grams gain. This one is called Hello May. And I thought that one was really pretty. I love the pinks. So I got that one. And then I don't know what happened to it. One second here, guys. I lost it. There was another one. It must have fallen on the floor. It did. It fell on the floor. Okay, so 1 second, guys. Okay, we're back. It got rescued. The last one that I got from the shop update, I could not resist this one either. This is also on her sturdy alien base, so her 80/20 sock base. And this is called Bacon and Eggs. I couldn't resist. I only got one skein of it though, which I'm kind of now regretting because I'm seeing it in person and I'm like, oh my god, that would have made a beautiful pair of socks, like long-legged socks. I like knitting my socks long with long legs, and to do that I need 100 grams to do that. But I only got the 50 gram skein. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is take a yellow and either a red or a brown to pull from the colors and do contrast for the heels, toes, and cuffs. That way I can get slightly long leg out of this pair of socks. Or they might be shorties. I'm not sure yet. Either way, bacon and eggs. It's so good. So good. And I kind of want to cast these on right away, but I'm going to try to resist until I finish something else. So that's what I got from Area 51 Fibers. And then I made an order with the Knitting Loft because of two reasons. One, I needed to get some new sock needles. I have been using my sock needles to death, literally. So ChiaoGoo needles, they hold up really, really well. I've had these needles for a long time, several years. And I do magic loop, and I don't know if it's because I do the magic loop and I'm bending the cord, or if it's because I put my project bags on the back of my wheelchair here, so on the the handle. And when I go to put the arm of the wheelchair back, it might be pinching my knitting, which it has done in the past. So I try to keep only one project bag on the back of my chair at a time. That way it doesn't really do that. So I'm not sure if it's just overuse of the needles or if they got pinched, but some of my cords, two of my cords have a pinch in the cable, and it's okay. It works, but it's a little frustrating sometimes. They don't tend to snap back into shape. And also, I have one of the needles is also warped a bit because, again, it was on the back of my wheelchair here, and when I went to bring the arm of the chair back, it kind of pinched the bag and it warped my needle. So it's still, I can still use the needles. I'm definitely not throwing them away. They're just going to be my backup needles, but I needed to get some new needles. So all that long story to say, I purchased some new Chagu sock needles. I also got a another Tulip Itimo crochet hook, a purple one, of course, in a size that I needed for the toys. So I got that. It's a 6.5. It's not a 7. So I'm hoping that it's going to work because it's purple and I love purple. Obviously, I love purple. So I got that, and then it just so happens that I saw Lichen and Lace had posted a new shawl pattern that had come out, and I'm gonna, if I can remember, I'm gonna link it below for you guys, but it is called the Sackville Shawl. So we live very close to Sackville, New Brunswick here, and the shawl was named after Sackville, New Brunswick. It's an Ontario designer. The designer is from Toronto, but she designed the shawl around Sackville, New Brunswick. And I thought that was really cool, and I was like, you know, it's a very beautiful shawl. It's, I didn't purchase the pattern yet, but it looks like it's got lace in it. Perhaps some cable, I'm not sure, but definitely lace. It's just a very beautiful shawl. And I was like, I have to knit this shawl because it's a Sackville shawl. I need a Sackville shawl. I think that would be perfect. And it was knit using Megan's yarn, Lichen and Lace. So I was looking at the colors, and I went on to Megan's website, and I was like, I can't justify buying my needles from the Knitting Loft and paying the shipping and not buy any yarn. So after much debate, I decided to order yarn from the Knitting Loft rather than using Megan's yarn. So I think that the Sackville shawl would look absolutely stunning in Megan's yarn, and make it even specialer that Megan, Lichen and Lace, is from Sackville, New Brunswick. However, I'm not going to do that. When I eventually cast this shawl on, I will be using this yarn. So I picked out this beautiful yarn from the Knitting Loft. It is their brand. And it is a worsted weight shawl, which is amazing. It uses around 600 yards of yarn, so I bought 3 skeins. This is the Knitting Loft on their Olivia base, which is worsted. And Olivia is 100% extra fine merino wool. There is 220 yards per 100 gram skein, and this is in the Mist Flower colorway. I will, not that you can see it, this camera does not focus on the labels that well, which is annoying, and I apologize for that. But look at the colors. Oh my god. I think it's going to be very, very beautiful. So there was 2 options when it came to the Knitting Loft. There was a superwash base, I believe, and a non-superwash base. And I ended up going with the Olivia base because it just sounded so much nicer. I don't know why. They said it was airy and um, like lofty and all those things. And I was like, okay, that sounds like something that I would love my shawl to be. So I went with the Olivia base, and I think I made a good choice. It is so squishy. It is so beautiful. I absolutely adore it. And if you look at the Sackville shawl, I kind of went with colors that are somewhat similar to what the shawl is. So here is my options. Or here is my option. This is what I'm going to use whenever I do cast the shawl on. And I think it's going to be a stunner. A stunner. I'm absolutely happy. So excited, guys. So I need to get a shawl done. I have my Patreon shawl, but that one's going to go for a while because that one's using my Patreon mini. So that's going to be going for the whole year, or maybe a little bit more, depending on how many minis it takes me to finish the shawl off. So that one's going to take me a minute. I also have my my Jaunty that I'm doing by Andrea Mowry. I would love to get back to that one. That one is a very joyful knit. I really like it. And I also have my other Andrea Mowry shawl going on that I'm doing with Merritt's yarn, Gobsmacked Gradient. Oh, what is that one called? Free Your Fade. Right? Yes, I believe so. There's Find Your Fade and Free Your Fade. I think I'm doing the Free Your Fade. So I have to finish one of those said shawls before I am allowed to cast this one on. So motivation. But yeah, that is very exciting. I miss my shawl knitting a lot, and I miss wearing all these beautiful new shawls that I keep seeing. So yeah, I need more shawls in my life because I don't have enough already. So anyways, that is what I got for stash enhancement. And maybe I purchased something from Area 51 this morning. It was just 100 grams of yarn though. That's all I did. I didn't buy no stitch stoppers. I didn't go crazy. I only bought 100 grams, but it was a beautiful rainbow that has black in it. And I don't like, there's black strips and then there's like a rainbow. It is so pretty. I've had two of her, I think one or two of her other colorways that had black in it, but this one is very different. I think it is called Rainbow Riot. It's in her update right now, so if I post this episode up, maybe I'll be good about this. Usually I don't post my episodes up till Sunday, but maybe I'll post this episode up right today because Area 51 actually sells out pretty quick. So yeah, do go check out Area 51 Fibers. She does her updates every Friday, like I said, but Rainbow Riot, that's the one I just got today, and oh my god, I am so excited and happy. It's going to be a stunner. So go check her out. Go check out the Knitting Loft too. They have a lot of beautiful colorways. They got 2 worsted weight bases. They got a sport weight base. I already got a yarn quantity, a Rambouillet for a sweater. I showed that before. They got their own yarn, and I haven't knit with it yet, besides a couple of their like little mini skeins, but it's amazing yarn, guys. So go check out the Knitting Loft. They are a yarn shop in Toronto and Ontario, Canada, and it's pretty awesome yarn. I really like it, and I'm excited to work with this one. Okay, I think that will be all. I thought this would be a really short episode today. I didn't think I'd have that much, but I've gabbed on for over an hour, so I'm going to let you guys go and enjoy your day. I am going to go probably spin right now. I don't know. I really want to spin, and I'm going to go do that, and tomorrow starts off my new week. It is market day tomorrow, so it's back to working again, which is fine by me. It's not really work, guys. It's what I am very blessed that I can right now do what I am doing. I am making toys, I am knitting socks, I am doing all the crafty things, and I'm just so happy that I can share it with everybody, and everybody is giving me such good feedback on it. So I am very blessed to be following my passion right now. So it feels good. So yeah, that all starts again tomorrow. But I really hope that I can continue with the socks, because I have quite a few of those on the go right now that I'd like to finish. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. So until next time, guys, I will see you probably next week. So until then, happy knitting. Bye.